into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be that, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, y'all? I am so sorry that I was late. And Cajun, you shut up. Don't you say nothing. I do apologize, you guys. Look, y'all know I'm working 3 jobs right now. And my regular job, my 9-to-5 job right now is kicking my butt because it's graduation. And for those of y'all who might be new here or you just don't remember, I usually help with graduation, and graduation is a lot. It's a tedious process. And so every day this week I have been working. I've been working late, and I've been pulling double duty. I've been like, when I don't have a class, I've been doing stuff for graduation. And I told you guys before, right now my school, we're in 2 different buildings. And I'm running back and forth because graduation practice is at the main building. And then I'm running back to my class and I'm running back. I'm tired. And then I'm working on a proposal for a client who's also a friend. And I told him I would have the link ready for them yesterday, but I could not. I don't know what I was doing wrong, y'all. I could not figure it out last night. And I was up until midnight trying to get this link for them so they could start booking their trip. They ready to book. And I told them I would have the link for them to start booking it. And I was literally, I promise y'all, I was up until midnight. And I could not get it. And I felt bad because I was like, I told this person I would have it done, you know. And so I got home from work late. I didn't get home at my regular time. And I literally was like, I'm going to figure this out. And I did figure it out. I figured out what I did wrong. Well, I kind of figured out what I was doing wrong. I fixed it. I don't know if I figured out what I was doing wrong. But what I have figured, and I know y'all don't care about this, but I'm just rambling. Give me a minute. What I did figure out though is, y'all know, for those who book the cruise, you know, I'm using a booking website called Travel Joy, which I like, but I'm still learning it. And what I found out was there was some things I didn't do right when I created the proposal. And so now that I'm trying to create the trip from the proposal, there's some stuff I didn't do right. Some steps I missed, I should say. I shouldn't say I didn't do it right. There's some steps I missed. So anyway, that's where I was stuck last night. So I got it now. I got the link. Right now. All that good stuff. So I'm good to go, y'all. But that's why I'm late, because I was like, I'm going to get this done, and I apologize. So we're going to get into it. I really had some stuff I wanted to talk to y'all about, which is why I was like, I got to go live because I want to talk to my people, but I needed to get that done. Like, I haven't had lunch today. I haven't eaten dinner yet. So work with a sister. So anyway, it is very tedious, Auntie Eva. It is. So anyway, hi, y'all. And thank y'all for those of y'all that were hanging out in the chat and all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Let me get into it. And again, for those of you that are new here, this is a tribe meeting. Y'all, I am meeting with my tribe. We talk, we chit chat. Y'all hear about my problems. I vent to y'all. Y'all vent to me. And sometimes, you know, that's what we do. Okay. But let me say hi to the people, and we're going to go ahead and get into this. What's up, Corey, LaDonna, Cajun, Miss Jocelyn, Chuck, Lock Queen, Amber, Crazy Homebody Girl, Alexis Thomas. What's going on? Cross Country Cruiser. Hey, my love. Nubia Mahogany, The Informed. Michelle. I'm sorry. Yana. Hey, boo. New Jones, Candy Love, Tawana. Hey, T Goody. Cheryl. What's up, girl? Sweet Pea, Auntie Eva, I said cross country Kuja, but I can always speak to you again. Miss Bethay, Happen, hey boo, Felicia Forever Benson, CC Freak, did you get to my DM? CC Freak, you know I don't know your government name, right? So I know who you are now, but I did get your message, but you got to put in there CC Freak because I know you as CC Freak. Okay, you sending me messages under your government name, but now I know. Yes, I know who you are now. I'm probably not just financially. It's just a lot, but if I can, I'll let you know because at least CC Freak was asking me about, am I going to go to Charleston, South Carolina for the Bravo thing? At least with Charleston, South Carolina, I could drive it. If I take the day off work, I could drive it versus Vegas and LA. New York, I could have drove New York too, but I hate driving into New York. I really do. But I mean, I just have to see what it looks like, what the money looking like, what hotels and stuff are looking like. Because even if I don't get tickets for events, if I could just be in the space, you know. So I'm thinking about it. I don't know yet. But I'll definitely keep you in mind if I decide to go. What's up, Sweet Pea? Montrez. It hurts at first. Okay. Dominique was released. Oh, okay. Well, good for her. What's up, Cindy? R and Diva. She told y'all 21 days. The people were saying it wasn't going to be 21 days. She told y'all 21 days. I don't know the details, though, so I have to get that when I get off of here. You're currently picking up your 4-piece wing dinner. Okay, boo. Des Hop, pretty gray eyes. Hey, girl. Miss Amazing. Ash Tuck, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Tribe, last time it was Pinky and Fawn getting on her nerves or getting on our nerves. Now it's Kimberly and Fawn with their BS. Truth is I'm tired. Yes. What's up, Emily B? Greek Sun, what's going on? What's going on? All right. Shar, Lovely Nola. I'm almost at the bottom, y'all. Bear with me. Is it unreasonable to get a rental car when you travel to New York? I just don't drive I just don't like drive. I don't like driving in New York. And it's expensive to park your car in New York. I just would rather, if I go to New York and I drive, I usually stay in Jersey. The hotels are cheaper. You kind of pay on one end or the other because Ubers, I mean, you still got to Uber into the city. So you kind of pay for it in the Uber. But for me, I just don't have the headache. I just don't like driving in New York. I just don't. Maybe it's a mental block, whatever. I just don't like it. Really B, will you still be on Christmas break for Pam Oliver's trial in January? It depends, child. The way they keep moving this thing back, because I thought I was going to be able to catch it over the summer break. Terrence is listening with you. Hey, Terrence, what's up? What's up, bruh? Fanny Mama, if I missed anybody, my apologies. Bama, Crazy Homebody Girl, I think I got everybody. All right, hold on. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Hey, y'all. Really B, have you released the books and Bourbon Hotel information yet? You know what? You right on time. May not come when you want him, but he's always right on time. Hey, you are right on time. You know why? Because I just got the booking link today, and I was going to put it in the chat. So you are right on time. So the answer is yes. And I'm getting ready to give, because I was going to put, y'all know I normally put the booking link in the travel group first. But baby, when I tell y'all the way work has been working and my life has been this week, I just didn't have time. Did I add the part that I was locked out of my Google Suite at work for I was on hold for 2 hours with support because they locked a lot of people out. So all of us had to call in today and be like, what's up? We had to change our password. Let me tell y'all what's stupid. My job put this 2-step verification thing on our email. That's not the stupid part. It's whatever. The stupid part is every time we change our password, it deletes the 2-step verification. And so it looks like we never did the 2-step verification. And so it locks us out until we call IT, and IT has to get us back in. And then we have to set the 2-step set it back up. So a bunch of people's password expired today and we all got locked out. So I was on hold for 2 hours teaching my class, but on hold because I could get into other stuff, but I could not get in my email. I could not get into any of my Google documents or anything like that. I was like, this is some bull. So, baby, when I tell y'all life has been life, so I got it. So remind me, I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat in a few minutes. Yes, stay in Jersey, take the train to Manhattan. Much, much cheaper. You know, that's what I said I was gonna try to do the next time is take the train to Manhattan. The bar is open and I need me one, Tracy. Let me see what Tracy got going on at the bar. She has a grilled pineapple bourbon smash, a fig and blackberry rum punch, and a Moscow mule, flight, strawberry mango, and honey raspberry. And for she don't have nothing for the non-drinkers today. She said, y'all on your own. He said, y'all on your own. But I'm gonna take that. You know what I want. Slide that bourbon down here. Slide the bourbon down here. They got openings and can work from California. I want to work from California. You said who got openings? What happened? That was so yes. Our district did the same two-step verification thing with G Suite this year. Yeah. And again, I mean, at this point, I'm over like, you know, it was what it is, what it is. But it was like, so y'all made us do the two-step verification, but every time we change our password, we got to start all over again. And then you lock me out like I did something wrong. Oh, IT at your school district? Child. I don't know. They probably hiring. They listen, they hiring for everything except for teachers. They firing teachers. Well, I should say firing. They eliminating positions because they say they got this deficit shortfall, you know. So anyway, we're here, y'all. But Tracy, remind me to matter of fact, let me do it right now before I forget. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get the booking link right now. And then we're gonna jump right in. I know I keep saying we're gonna jump right in, but we really are gonna jump right in. Hold on. She sent it to me this afternoon. I saw the email just as I was leaving work. And I was like, boom, got the link. I'll drop it in there today when I go live. That's another reason why I wanted to go live. Wait a minute. What the hell? What the hell? What the hellion? What the heliante? Okay, hold on. Oh. I knew I was like, what the world? Okay, here's the booking link. All right, let me see. Let me test it first before I drop it in the link. Let me make sure it works. Oh, I need to check something too. Let me make sure it works. Okay, I put the link in my phone. Let me see here. Okay. Yep. So let me drop the link in the chat. It takes you right there, and it's the rate that she promised me. It's a little bit, I think it's like $20 higher than last year's rate, but shit, everything is higher this year than it was last year. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do for me? All right. For those of you that are joining us in Books and Bourbon, here is the, I think it's like 20. Here is the booking link. Right there. There's the booking link to get your hotel. Okay. Did Tracy say a Shirley Temple? Anyway, moving right on. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So look, baby, we'll get to K Michelle later. We had a whole conversation about K Michelle last night over on the other channel. I think we were there for about an hour, and we had a whole conversation on yesterday. Let me tell y'all something about this K Michelle situation. I'm sick of it. Because let me tell y'all what I can't stand. I'll wait till I get there. We'll talk about her later. Hold on. Let me get to this other stuff. Because y'all know how I feel about people pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining. I don't like it, but let's get it there. Give it there. Cajun, there is no free VIP package. Sorry, not sorry, sir. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Let's get into it. Where do we leave off? Where do we leave off? Hold on, let me see here. Okay, this is where I think we left off. Okay, y'all know I go through these screenshots on my phone. Okay, so Gervonta Davis, y'all know the boxer Gervonta Davis. We've talked about him before. He's been in trouble before. He's got DV stuff going on. He's had some money issues. So according to World Star, Gervonta Davis is wanted for probation violation, and a warrant has been issued for his arrest here in Maryland. Now, this is from maybe 2 days ago, so this may be updated. But listen, I mean, I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing, sir. You come from. You don't come from the best background. You've been given a great opportunity to get yourself out of a bad situation. You've made a lot of money. You become a local hero. Everybody in this area loves you. You know, you had some domestic violence situations. And I'm not defending it at all. I'm not defending that at all. But you managed to kind of dip and dodge your way around a lot of serious jail time. And you on probation. Sir, all you got to do is show up. And I don't even show up. Pee in a cup, maybe. I don't even know what you got to do. But my thing is, you got to pee in a cup anyway for boxing. So it's not like you don't have to pee in a cup anyway. You got to pee in a cup to box. Stay out of trouble. I don't know. You know what? Give me the money. If y'all don't want the money, give it to me. Like, y'all get rich and don't know how to fucking act. Lord, I promise you, if I get rich, I'm going to know how to act. I promise you. Because I don't understand these people that get these blessings and just don't know how to act. Just sick of it. Moving right along. Kelly Dodd, formerly of the Real Housewives of Orange County, she's been accused of revenge, PORN, and she is facing some jail time if convicted. I'm going to be honest and tell you, I don't think it could happen to a better person. Kelly Dodd is a despicable person. She's not likable. She's a bigot. She's MAGA. She's rude. I mean, listen, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I don't feel no kind of way about it. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. You know, moving right along. Nothing to see here. You know, only reason why I'm even throwing that in there so I could say that she's a despicable person and a horrible human being. That's pretty much the only reason why I put that in there, because, you know, she the reason why, and I know she's not even on the show anymore, but she's part of the reason. Well, she ain't the only reason. Let me not say that. She's not the only reason. But she's part of the reason why I was one and done with the Real Housewives of Orange County, because she just got on my nerves. But for the most part, most of the people on that show that season got on my nerves. But she really got on my nerves. And I was like, why is she here? Harper, why is she here? Now, I know she's gone now, and I get it. She's been gone for a while, but still, why is she here, Harper? She was on the Real Housewives of Orange County acting like COVID wasn't a big deal. That's when she was flying back and forth to, it was the COVID season. And that's when she was flying back and forth to New York to see her boyfriend. I think he's her husband now at the time. And she was like, what's the big deal? Like, she was talking about how the planes are empty and she's not afraid to travel. And this is the best time to travel because she ain't got to worry about people. And she wouldn't wear, she was a no masker, you know. Child, listen. If you like it, I love it. That's all I got. Did anyone see the interview that Maury did with Garcelle? Maury Povich? I didn't see. I saw where Garcelle did an interview. I don't know who she was interviewing with, where she said that somebody from the show, after her first season on the show, took her out to eat and asked her to keep race off the show. She won't say who said it. But she said somebody took her out to lunch, honey, and they asked her if she could take keep race off the show, honey. That's what she said. Now, the Brett and Judy, and y'all know I like the Brett and Judy. I really do. I like them. Think they're great. They have decided to do their own television show. I guess their show got canceled on WeTV. And they decided to do that. I think it could have been anybody on that show, Don, if I'm being honest. It could have been anybody. Lisa Rinna, she said it at the reunion. I think Lisa Rinna said what a lot of people were thinking. So it could, just because Lisa Rinna was willing to say it publicly, don't mean she wasn't the only one that said it. But, you know. So they've decided to do their own show. And the thing is this, doing shorts is actually, y'all know, these short form shows, and they're uploading it to Facebook. So it's not stupid. They own it. They have 100% ownership. They have 100% control over the editing and all of those things. But I found it interesting that this, because I haven't watched it, because I really don't do Facebook like that, but I've seen a few clips, and the big storyline, I guess, at this point is them maybe having to sell the house. And to make a long story short, Judy is overextended. She's overextended. She said that they bought too much inventory to absorb whatever, and the products just aren't moving as fast, and they got too much inventory in the warehouse, and so they may have to sell the house. Let me say something. And far be it for me to stand on the outside and judge from the inside or whatever. But I feel like this is the same conversation we had about Pinky Cole. We're getting ready to talk about Uncle Nearest in a few minutes. I feel like it's the same shit. You bought this house. You did hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of renovation to this house. You put an elevator in this house. You drive Bentleys. You are gifting your wife. And matter of fact, you gifted her a Bentley before y'all were even married. You know, y'all have these lavish celebrations and parties, and y'all do all of these elaborate things. And you mean to tell me that you may have to downsize and sell your home because the market slowed down? I just don't. Now, to be fair, I haven't watched the episode, and they may go deeper. Maybe this has been going on longer than we know. Maybe things are worse than we thought. I don't know. But I just feel like Judy makes more than a brat. She does. Somebody said, what does Judy do? She owns her own company. She owns Kaleidoscope. Is it Kaleidoscope Products? And I just feel like, and I'm not saying you can't enjoy your money. I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that if you have a successful business that you can't enjoy that success. But I also feel like, again, unless this has been going on a long time, and we just don't know all the full detail, I feel like your home, the house that you've been living in, they've been in that house for about 8 years now. Because they've been married for like 4 or 5 years, and they were living in that house before that. I feel like you shouldn't be at a point in this home where you have to downsize your home because the market have slowed down. I mean, again, I ain't nobody's financial nothing, and I ain't in nobody's finances. But I just, and I saw a couple of months ago where Kaleidoscope did a collab with Canvas on TikTok. I feel like maybe Stormy was trying to help. Now that I look back on it, I feel like, well, at the time, I felt like Stormy was kind of helping Judy get into, because she said it was her first TikTok and they did a collab and stuff. And I feel like maybe Stormy was trying to help her out, get on TikTok and sell her stuff on TikTok. And I didn't follow it, so I can't say how many lives she's done and if she's kept up that business model. But I feel like I don't know, y'all. I just feel like to be in a position where you gotta sell the house, a house you've been living in for 8, 9 years, maybe 8 years. You don't have no equity you can pull out of the house and use the equity from the house. You gotta sell the house. And this ain't even the market to be selling the house. This ain't the market. But here's the thing, even if these other companies are out there, which the reality of the situation is there's always there's always ebbs and flows in business. And I feel like, yes, Basket Leather is doing a lot and all of those things, but I feel like you should still be able to absorb a reasonable amount of market shift to the point where it does not interfere with your day-to-day lifestyle. Like, I could see saying we're going to sell a couple of cars or we're going to pull some equity out of the house, or you can't get a loan. You can't, again, I haven't watched the episode, but I don't know. The house is, so they already sold the house. Oh, wow. Wow. It is a beautiful home. It is a beautiful home. Or somebody else got it now. And I'm not even saying they didn't need to downsize, right? Maybe they needed to downsize. You know what I mean? But maybe it was too much house, but I don't know. I hate to hear it though, because I hope this was just a temporary thing and they've been able to figure it out. I hope selling the house did what they needed to do. Because I don't wish the downfall. Like, I think Judy does a lot of great things with her business. She does a lot of give back, community wise. She does a lot for her fans and stuff like that. So she does a lot already. You know what I'm saying? So I don't wish bad on her. I just hate to keep seeing this. I think the idea was to sell the house and get the profit to cover the bill free and clear. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I need to go watch the episode and get more clarity. But I just saw that clip online today and I was just like, what? Oh, anyway. They must have exhausted other options, because I don't think that selling the house was the first option. Like, I'm sure that wasn't where she started. That wasn't where she started. Sugar Ray Leonard, remember a couple of days ago we talked about Sugar Ray Leonard's son breaking into the house, and we had questions about who had the restraining order and what was the deal with the son and all that good stuff. So Sugar Ray Leonard has come down to the good internet and given us a little clarity, okay? Giving us a little clarity. Yeah, Tracy, I'm going to drop it again. Sugar Ray Leonard said that his 25-year-old son is addicted to drugs. He said that his son has violent tendencies and has stolen extreme amounts of money. He said the family is extremely afraid of him. So that is probably why we have the restraining order and he was arrested when he was breaking into the house. I hate to hear that. So sorry. And I'm not even being funny. I'm serious. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me drop the link in the chat. So this morning, y'all, I woke up. Y'all know I got a bad habit. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me get the link again. Let me get the link again. There it is. I just dropped it in the link again. Okay. Not Tracy done already booked her room. I ain't mad at you, boo. All right, so let's look at this. So, now this morning I woke up and I saw where Morris Day from the Time had posted this message saying that Morris Day nor the Time would be performing at this concert this summer. And I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't know why that was a thing, right? You know, I had to like, why is that a thing? Like, okay. Then I see where Young MC released this statement and said the artists were never told about any political involvement with the event. And despite the claims by the organizers that the event is nonpartisan, Spin Magazine describes it as a Trump-backed event. I hope to perform in D.C. in the near future at an event that is not politically charged. And I said, Young MC? I said, what is going on with Young MC? And Morris Day said the following. Contrary to rumor, Morris Day and the Time will not be performing at the Great American State Fair. And I was like, okay. But then I was like, well, why are all of these? What's going on? Then I saw it. The Great American State Fair is a concert this summer here in D.C. to commemorate America's 200 years, 250 years, whatever, however the old we are. And I know I'm a history teacher. Don't nobody say nothing. I'm just, So when I looked at the lineup of the people who was going to perform, it was Morris Day and Time. It was Young MC. It was CNC Music Factory. It was Vanilla Ice. It was hold on, child. Of course, Kid Rock, child. Y'all know Kid Rock ain't going nowhere, child. Y'all know Kid Rock ass is not gonna ever stop. Y'all know Kid Rock is not gonna ever stop. Oh, Dominique is home. T.S. Madison just posted, "Welcome home, Dominique." Well, there it is. I'm sure Dominique is gonna go live on social media and talk to the people. She'll tell y'all what she wants y'all to know. But she told y'all 21 days. Y'all were the ones that kept saying it wasn't going to. When I say y'all, you know what I mean, y'all. Y'all the ones that kept trying to tell that lady how long she was going to be in jail. She told y'all 21 days. And I think if I pull out a calendar, she probably been gone about 21 days. Y'all going to start listening to people when they tell you stuff. Y'all always want to think somebody lying to y'all. Y'all always think somebody making stuff up and lying to y'all. So when I look, I said, wait a minute. So all these people supposed to be performing at this concert. So by the end of the day, it looks like all the black, and Milli Vanilli. And I was thinking in my mind, first of all, Milli Vanilli didn't sing the first time around. So how they singing this time? Second of all, Vanilli is no longer here. It's just Milli. So I don't even understand how Milli or Vanilli are performing anywhere. I was confusion. But Milli Vanilli had backed out. Young MC backed out. Morris Day and the Time backed out. Now, CNC Music Factory is a little bit different. Freedom from CNC Music Factory, he went live and he proceeded to give this whole speech about how he don't hate Trump and F Trump and he would never perform at a Trump event. But then I guess it was so many trolls in his inbox. Then he said, well, you know what? Maybe I will perform just to let y'all know that I'm not intimidated by anybody. Sir, what? What you mean? You may perform anyway to let us know that you're not intimidated. Sir, I don't give a fuck. Because when was the last time anybody said, yo, I gotta download that new CNC Music Factory track? Like, I don't mean no harm, but sir, we don't care. I did. Okay, my bad. The Commodores now, but can I be honest? That's not even the real Commodores. It's kind of like when you go see the Temptations these days. Who the fuck is that? It's just a group of men singing Temptation songs. And even though I know Otis is still hanging in there, y'all, I know Otis is still holding on. It's really not the Temptations. It's the same thing with the Commodores. Who are those people? I mean, it's a group of people that's calling themselves the Commodores that might have maybe one original member. So honestly, do I really give a fuck? I don't care. Now, what would be interesting is, does Lionel own the music? Right, the Commodores. Now, my best friend, I think her godfather is friends with Freedom. That's the guy's name. His name is Freedom. He's friends with him. And I'd be interested to talk to, because I've met her godfather a few times. I think I've been in a room with Freedom before, if I'm being honest. Because when I say years, I mean years. I mean, y'all know me and my best friend been friends since the Sandbox. Like, we don't even remember meeting. We known each other so long. And her godfather has been friends with Freedom since CNC Music Factory was up here. Like they was the shit. So I feel like I've probably been in a room with Freedom at some point in my life, but y'all know I don't care about shit like that. So I probably was like, oh, that's him? Oh, cool. And went on about my business. But can y'all call him? Tracy lied. Tracy says 200 people in the chat and we only have 81 likes. And I know that's not true. I know that's not true. So that's why Tracy don't lie. But I think she might be telling a little fibby fib on this one. Because that can't be true. So let me be honest and tell you something. Do I believe that some of these artists did not know that they were performing at a Donald Trump event? Sure, I believe that. Because let's call a thing a thing. Can we be honest for a minute and call a thing a thing? All of these people are washed up. I don't want to say washed up. All of these artists are beyond their prime. None of these artists are sitting on hits right now. So do I believe that their management called them and said, hey, I got a check for you? And they said, cool. Yeah. I absolutely believe that they did not know, because I believe that they probably are not in a position to be asking a whole lot of questions. Like I said, Milli Vanilli, I didn't even know Milli Vanilli be performing. Because like I said, they didn't sing the first time around. And Vanilli is not even with us anymore. So I didn't even know that they would go out and perform. You know what I'm saying? Young MC, I like Young MC. I liked Young MC when I was in high school too. Am I going out of my way looking to go to a Young MC concert? No. I love Morris Day and the Time. Now, Morris Day and the Time, I will go see. Because I love me some Morris Day and the Time. Love, love, love. Now, I would go see them. Okay? But again, have they put out any hits lately? No. And we're not even going to talk about Vanilla Ice. I wasn't no Vanilla Ice fan when Vanilla Ice. And we already know how we feel about Kid Rock. And I don't even remember who the rest of them people are. But I just thought it was real quick how fast these people were like I didn't even know about the concert before I started seeing people say they wasn't going to the concert. I was like, damn, I don't even know what you're saying you're not showing up for. Like, damn. Okay. Child, I thought he was somewhere building and renovating houses too. Child, go on somewhere, boy. Just go on somewhere, child. Go on somewhere. So anyway, I just had to give y'all that update. I think all the black people quit. Again, I don't know. I don't have an update on the Commodores, but Milli Vanilli quit. Young MC, Morris Day and the Time, they said we won't be there. Now, Vanilla Ice doubled down. Vanilla Ice doubled down and said I'm gonna fucking be there. And I'm gonna sing the remix of the remix of the remix to Ice Ice Baby. Mm-hmm. He said he gonna be there, whether y'all want him to be there or not. That's what he said. Oh, I forgot all about Ninja Rap. Ninja Rap from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Terrence, you did not. Terrence, you did not have to take me there. Not Ninja Rap. You did not have to do that to me, Terrence. I promise you, you did not. You did not have to do that to me. You really took me back. You really took me there with that one. Right. Now everybody in the chat saying the same thing. I forgot about it too. Terrence, do we need to put Terrence in timeout for that one? Or are we gonna give him an award for that one? Or are we putting him in timeout for that one? Because I'm not sure yet. The fact that you remember, but then the fact that you reminded me that the song even existed, I don't really know how I feel about this right now. I'm a little conflicted. Flow Rider, but we already know Flow Rider ain't Flow Rider a Trumper? Isn't he a MAGA? I feel like we've had this conversation about Flow Rider before, but you're right. Flow Rider is black. Not Terrence, I'll see myself. Ninja. Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, but I feel like we already talked about Flow Rider. I believe he's MAGA. Little baby said I might have to go watch the movie now. You done brought it up. Watch Donatella spit on that shell. Yes. No, but thank you for reminding me though. By the way, thank you for reminding me because I forgot about Flow Rider. I thought I had screenshotted the flyer. Child, y'all know, listen, I got to do better because lately, remind me, y'all, I found the video of that parent I was talking about the other day. I found it. So we might do that at the end for the people who want to stick around and hear what I wanted to say about that parent. Y'all hear it. When y'all hear it, y'all hear it. So the lead singer of the current Temptations is married to Trisha Man Grant. Yeah, Leslie on Beyond the Gate. Yep, I remember that because remember that scene where she was listening to music and she was talking about the Temptations and she was like, "That's my group. Oh, I love the Temptations." And she said something about that lead singer, and I think y'all told me then that was her husband because I didn't know that. I had to remind him Leonardo has a pair of katanas, the knives, right? They all had a different weapon, didn't they? Right. Nicki Minaj not gonna perform. Now that might get people to come out. Listen, contrary to listen. If they put Nicki Minaj on that concert, they would get all the what Nicki Minaj call her people? What are her people? What Nicki Minaj people call? All of them would show up. He was on some Tyler Perry plays. He can sing. One of the children from the members of the Temptation Tours with the name. Oh, wow. The Barbs. That's it. Not the Fools. You know what? The Barbs. That's it. That's them. All the Barbs would show up. Y'all couldn't get Nikki to perform. Oh, not the dummies. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Leonardo has a sword. Donatello has a stick. Raphael had the sai. And Michelangelo had the nunchucks. The fact that you know that, Cajun, you know. Right. Where's Ice Cube? Ice Cube don't want to perform. Snoop, he didn't want to come. He didn't want to. What about Nelly? Nelly didn't want to come either. Oh. Right. Chili, she don't want to chase no waterfalls. Uh-huh. Oh, that's Paul's son that tours with them. Okay. Does he sound like his daddy? You know, I saw a story about Paul. Paul is the one that unalived himself, correct? Isn't that Paul? And I remember watching the Temptations movie, and that made me so sad. Oh my gosh, that made me so sad. But I remember watching. It's this guy I look at on TikTok that does all the he does a lot of the stories of a lot of these artists and stuff. And he was talking about Paul Williams, and he was talking about the part of the story that they did not include in the movie. Paul never drank alcohol, right? Matter of fact, he used to drink milk, and for a while his nickname was Milk or something like that because he always drank milk. He did not drink alcohol, but then he was diagnosed with MS. I think he was diagnosed with something. Was it MS? It was something that had him in a lot of pain. I think it was MS. I think it was MS. It was sickle cell. Thank you, Auntie Eva. It was sickle cell. Thank you. He was diagnosed with sickle cell, and that's when he started drinking because of the pain. And he was self-medicating. And they talked about how bad he struggled with. Melvin had MS. Thank you, boo. They talked about how bad he struggled with the pain with the sickle cell, and that's when he started drinking. And I really wish they had done. I really wish, because I feel like in a movie they just made him out to be this drunk who was bitter about Motown and about how bad the Temptations were done by Berry Gordy. And I think the alcoholism was deeper than that. I think once I found out about that, I was like, so he was probably self-medicating. He was in a lot of pain. Just like Melvin started taking the pills. Remember, Melvin got addicted to the pills. A lot of people don't believe that he unalived himself. That is true too. I did read about that theory where a lot of people don't believe that that's what happened either. But I don't want to go there because I ain't want to go there. But I have read that as well. But I hate the fact that the movie did not. I feel like that was unfair to him and his legacy, because for people like me who didn't know, I'm just thinking he became an alcoholic and then didn't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? But if he was in pain, I don't know. I just feel like that was more they could have told us. Yeah, I've read that the family does not believe that he unalived himself. I have read that. Yeah. Yeah. They said the wound was on the opposite side of the pow. It was the hand that wasn't the dominant hand. Yeah. I did read that before as well, that the family does not think. Yeah, I've read that before. Now, Tracy, I'm gonna blame Tracy for this, and we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this because I feel like I've given these people way too much of my energy and time. But Mackenzie Sharilla's daddy has done an interview. He found a news outlet that was sympathetic to him and doesn't believe that his daughter is guilty. And so he gave them an interview to sort of, I guess, clear up what maybe he felt like Netflix did wrong. He said he's not happy with the Netflix documentary. He said they made them a lot of promises, and they felt like that they didn't keep it fair and unbiased. He said that the family of Dominic's family, Russo, he said they have a lot of power and a lot of clout in the area where they live, and he feels like if Dominic had not been in the car, had it just been Donovan, no, the other young man, I believe Donovan, that his daughter wouldn't be in jail. That the only reason why she's in jail is because of who Dominic was. Now, let me say this too. Now, he threw a lot of jabs in this interview. I was like, wow. He talked about the Catholic Church because he worked. Well, he no longer works. He's suspended, and he said his contract is up at the end of the year, and he feels like they're not going to probably renew his. I'm sorry, y'all, but my ear is sore. That's why I keep taking my glasses off. My ear is sore. Y'all really, I'm gonna have to give me some new glasses because I don't. And I know y'all bought me them things, and I can't find where I put them. I'm looking over there because I think I put them over there somewhere, and I gotta find them to try them on my ears. And with these braids, it keeps pushing. I think now that my braids are growing out, it keeps pushing. Anyway, it's hurting. It's hurting. What's up, powerful? Hey, boo. I don't wear contacts. I've tried contacts and I don't like them. I've tried contacts 3 different times and I just can't do it. I can't get used to putting something in my eye. I can't do it. I can't get used to it. It is your fault, Tracy, because you sent me this damn interview. So let me say this. Sometimes it's okay to just do what we like to say, shut the fuck up. Because this father then went and did this damn interview. Tracy, go on to put the link in the chat for anybody who want to watch the interview. And in this interview, number one, he calls out the Catholic Church and he was like, I just feel like they buckle to the pressure. But if I was a priest, they just would have, they would have, I feel like I would have got a lot more grace if I was a priest, and then, insinuating that, with the priest that violated young kids or whatever. And I was like, sir, I mean, you really don't want your job, huh? Like, if they were thinking about bringing you back, why would they now? Like, you straight up, then he proceeded. Let me tell y'all what he proceeded to say. And I want y'all to hear this, and I want y'all to hear this well. This man said he doesn't think smoking weed is a big deal, and he thought that his daughter was mature enough to handle it. In the documentary, her friends said that she smoked so much that she literally was on a smoke break because she was coughing up black stuff. That's how much she was smoking. We saw those videos of her smoking weed and driving. So you knew your daughter was smoking. You didn't think it was a problem with your daughter smoking because you don't think that weed is as big of a deal as alcohol or other drugs. And you felt like she was mature enough to do it. Then you went on to talk about Dominic, and you said that Dominic was definitely a drug dealer. And you knew he was a drug dealer because he always had money, but he didn't have a job. So you knew your daughter was dating a drug dealer, and you knew your daughter was smoking drugs, and you was cool with that. Bad. Then you said, well, I mean, people act like that we just didn't punish Mackenzie. I mean, we did. I mean, that's crazy to think that, we never punished her. But then he went on to say, I mean, I'm not the kind of person I like to punish my kids. I like to teach them because, what was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to stop her from smoking marijuana? I don't know, be a fucking parent maybe. Here's the reality. And I've never been one of those people that feel like, well, they're going to do it anyway, so I'm going to let them do it as long as I know about it. I've never been a person that I never thought that was a smart thing. And I'm going to tell you why. People have to know that something is wrong. That doesn't mean they're going to stop doing it. See, me sneaking out of the house, I knew it was wrong. And I knew that there were consequences if I got caught. Sometimes those consequences stopped me from making that decision, and sometimes they didn't. But that doesn't mean that my parents were supposed to say, well, you can just go out whenever you feel like it and stay out as long as you want. It doesn't matter because I know you're going to go out anyway. That is dumb to me. Oh, well, I know my kids are going to drink anyway, so they can drink at home with me. That's dumb. To not give kids rules is dumb. To say, I'm not going to give my child a rule because they're going to break it anyway is dumb, in my opinion. Then he said, so you knew you knew the boy was selling drugs. You knew your daughter was using drugs, but she was mature enough to move in with this drug dealer. You were like, he said, they were together all the time anyway. Now, mind you, on the documentary, he said they were actually living together. In this interview, he tried to make it sound like they were getting ready to move in together. And he was like, well, she was getting ready to be legal anyway. She was going to do what she wanted to do anyway. Again, that doesn't mean that you just let her move in with her boyfriend. Then this was what really did it for me. He said, I know my daughter wasn't trying to unalive herself. And I know she wasn't trying to try to unalive Dominic because, she loved him. He was like, yeah, they would break up and make up and break up and make up. But people were saying that it was so toxic. I didn't see anything toxic about their relationship. I just think they were young and in love and they would break up. He said they would break up all the time and they would always get back together. But this is what really did it for me when I was like, you know what? You're an idiot. He said, well, I know that Dominic used my daughter as a drug mule because he already had, been in trouble with the law before. And so if she got caught with the drugs, she wouldn't do as much time. So you knew that your 17-year-old daughter's boyfriend was using her as a drug mule, but you didn't think, okay. Then he said, and this is when I said, you know what, Tracy, and I'm blaming Tracy. He said, if she really wanted to unalive him, there were guns all over his house. So then he said, The interviewer was like, well, how do you know they had weapons all over the house? He said, because I saw them. He said, because something was happening at that house. And so Dominique took all of the weapons and put them in the trunk of Mackenzie's car. And I went in her car to get something and I saw them. And he said it was about 12 weapons, pow-pows, and half of them were loaded. So you mean to tell me that now mind you, they have been dating for 4 years. You mean to tell me that your 17-year-old daughter's boyfriend, who you know is a drug dealer, who you're telling us you knew used her as a drug mule, so if they got pulled over by the police or got caught by the police, your daughter would go to jail instead of him because she wouldn't serve as much time because she didn't have any of the charges. And you knew that there was so much going on at the house where you allowed your daughter to move in with that he had over a dozen weapons, pow-pows in his home that he had to pack up and put in the trunk of your daughter's car because he was worried about something happening at his place of residence. And you knew all of this prior to the crash. And your attitude about it is, well, I mean, I felt like she was mature enough to handle what was going on. And what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't stop her. So then he gonna say, well, my daughter's a lot like me. Like, you couldn't tell me stuff. I had to learn for myself. I said, you know what? Then your daughter's exactly where she's supposed to be. She's learning. She's learning for herself right now. Well, he wasn't saying they were in the car all the time, every time. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't believe him. Can I be honest and tell y'all, I don't believe that that's a true story. I think he was trying to paint Dominic in a bad light. I think he was trying to justify that his daughter wouldn't, if his daughter was going to unalive somebody, I mean, what he was trying to say was, well, there were weapons there. If she was going to be mad at him and unalive him, there it is. I just don't believe that story. I do not believe that he opened up the trunk of his daughter's car and saw 12 weapons, half of them were loaded, and his attitude was, I felt like she was mature enough to handle this relationship. I just don't, because here's the other thing. This is the first we're hearing of this. You didn't call the police. You didn't do nothing. You just open up the trunk of your daughter's car and you find 12 weapons in the trunk of her car, and she said they belong to my boyfriend, and you were like, oh, okay. I don't believe the story. I think he told that story to make it seem like if she wanted to do harm to Dominic, she had other ways of doing it. That's what I believe. I don't believe that's a true story. But it doesn't matter. The fact that you thought, even if it's true or fake, the fact that you thought that justifies anything. What's up, Ravine? Hey, boo. But yeah, Tracy put the link. If y'all want to go listen to the whole thing, y'all can go put it in there. Tracy put the link in the chat. And let me tell y'all something. And then I'm going to say this and we're going to move on to the next thing. I watch enough true crime. And I watch if y'all don't understand, watch Killer Couples on Netflix. I mean on it's Snap Killer Couples, and you see some of the craziest stuff that people do in these relationships. People do crazy shit all the time. I told y'all what I thought from the beginning. I think this girl is a psychopath. I think there's something really wrong with her. And I do think that night she didn't expect to walk away from that crash. And I do think that Donovan was collateral damage because he just happened to be in the car. Do I think she was mad when they left the house? No. Not that level of mad, but I think as they were driving, I think they started arguing. Now, he said that street is a cut through. Oxygen, thank you, KK. Oxygen. He said that street is a cut through, and he said people cut through that street all the time, which I can believe, right? Fine, it's a shortcut. There's some places around here that are industrial, that are shortcuts through industrial areas. There's a place when I used to go to my aunt's house. It's a straight shot with a giant warehouse and stuff is. It's like a straight road, and it's industrial parts, warehouses all through there. So I can see that. But my thing is, I'm not gonna sit here and say that she wouldn't do it. We see people do it all the time. Anyway, child, let's get into the other stuff. Let's talk about Uncle Nearest. Yeah, Dee, I wanted to know. Shoot, I should have asked you before these prices started going up. I wanted to know if you wanted to go to the Jellicle Ball with us when we come to New York. And I was going to get you a ticket. Let's catch up. Let's talk later. So y'all know we've been following this Uncle Nearest situation. And y'all know it's currently under a receivership. So yesterday, the judge. Oh, remind me to go back to T.S. Madison too, y'all. So yesterday, the judge, or not yesterday, earlier this week, the judge released a 62-page opinion on May the 26th. He or she issued this as it relates to the documents. And what the judge said is that Uncle Nearest is hemorrhaging money. And he did find that Fawn Weaver was hiding this loan from Jay-Z. The appeal was rejected. Federal judge rejected co-founder Fawn Weaver's appeal to end the receivership. The court found the company insolvent and ruled that it was losing an average of $134,000 weekly prior to the receivership. The judge expanded the receivership to include Grant Sidney Inc., a personal holding company owned by Weaver. The court concluded that leadership had concealed a $20 million loan associated with Jay-Z. The court is weighing options for the receiver, Philip Young Jr., to sell disputed properties such as a home on Martha's Vineyard that were allegedly purchased with farm credit funds. In March of 20, and we already talked about how they tried to file for bankruptcy, and the receiver was like, I'm sorry, you can't file for bankruptcy as long as you're in the receivership. That's not how that works. And then she tried to appeal that. And y'all know I was rooting for Fawn. Y'all know I was defending her in the beginning. I said it's just these white people trying to take this lady company. You know, yeah, maybe she didn't make the best decisions. Maybe she's not doing everything right, but they just trying to get that company. I was defending this lady. I remember we was on the cruise talking about this. Who was on the cruise with us when we was out there smoking the cigars and we was talking about this, and I was defending that lady. Fawn, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Had me out here defending you and stuff. You out here lying to the judge and hiding assets and stuff. God was down here. I was rooting for you. Cheryl know. She said, yep. Cheryl know I was out there defending this lady. Defending her. The Jellicle Ball. Oh, they were on The View today? Okay, cool. I record The View every day, so I'll catch it. I mean, damn. So I just wanted to give y'all that update, honey. Child, that's what's going on with Fawn Weaver, child. She allegedly hid a $20 million loan from Jay-Z. And Jay-Z somewhere going, how I get in this? He trying to figure out how I get in this. Right, Cheryl said wrapped up in towels. Remember we... Y'all, that cruise was cold. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lies. That cruise was cold because we had a cold winter this year. And it was like the week after that ice storm that hit the whole East Coast. So it was still kind of chilly. So we were up on the top. We were on the top deck because Royal Caribbean has this thing called Cigars Under the Stars. So it's on the deck and they set up the whole cigar thing. And I went up there to smoke some. And some of the folks came with me. People who were smoking, some people weren't smoking. We were just up there talking and stuff. Baby, it was cold as hell up on that deck. And we would... Baby, we got all the blanket because we were up there by the pool. I think it was Cheryl. Cheryl went and found where the towels were. And she came back with about 5, 6, 7, 10 towels. I don't know however many towels she had. Baby, we was wrapped up in them towels. We was wrapped up in them towels, honey. That's okay though. I still got the water at Coco K though. I still got that pool at Coco K, honey. Sure did. I sure did. But yep, Cheryl. Was it you that went and got them towels? I think it was Cheryl. I think it was Cheryl that went and found those towels. Came back with all them damn towels. We had them wrapped around our legs, our shoulders. Yes, I bet it did, Cajun. I bet it did. It sure did. Gave you what you needed. Oh, Terica found it. And happy belated birthday to my boo, Terica. If you in the bushes or you catch this on the replay, happy birthday, boo. Okay. Now, T.S. Madison posted this on her social media earlier today. And I'm going to share this with you guys. And I'm going to have to take my glasses, child. I'm going to have to put on my other glasses to read it. Actually, I'm just going to have to just take because this writing is so small. Because I screenshotted it off of her social media, off of her community wall. So y'all know that Michelle A.T. Alien hit T.S. Madison with some copyright strikes. And she told her audience that she was going to file in federal court for copyright infringement against T.S. Madison. And she was taking this all the way, taking it to the max. So T.S. Madison posted this on her social media today. It's from the Copyright Claims Board. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's dated May the 22nd of 2026. The claimant is Michelle Brown, and the respondent is Madison Hinton. Okay. The order is dismissing the claim without prejudice. So this is dismissing Michelle Brown's claim without prejudice. So let me read what is stated on this paperwork. The claimant, that will be Michelle Brown, initiated this copyright infringement claim on April the 8th of 2026. The claim alleged infringement of an audiovisual work described as a live stream YouTube video. On April the 21st of 2026, the board issued an order of intent to dismiss for unsuitability. The order explained that the Copyright Office had not received the required deposit copy of the work before the claim was filed. Instead, along with the application for registration, the claimant had uploaded screenshots of the claimant's YouTube page, which is an insufficient deposit of registration. On May 11th of 2026, the claimant filed a request for reconsideration of the determination of unsuitability. The request stated that the application was supported by links and screenshots identifying the original YouTube video work pending registration. The claimant also requests leniency as a self-represented claimant unfamiliar with the technical distinction between identifying online video links and uploading deposit copies directly to the Copyright Office. Ma'am, you started this. What you mean you want leniency from them because you don't know what you're doing? Because that's basically what you're saying here. You want leniency because you don't know what you're doing. You started this. You filed the claim. You filed it. What you mean? Can I get some leniency? However, a deposit in support of a copyright infringement claim is a statutory requirement that the board is not authorized to waive. We can't waive that because that's what you need. That is the fundamental information that we need in order to see if there's some sort of copyright infringement. The Case Act provides that a claim or counterclaim alleging infringement of an exclusive right in a copyrighted work may not be asserted before the Copyright Claim Board unless, 1, a legal or beneficial owner of the copyright has first delivered a completed application, a deposit, and the required fee for registration of the copyright to the Copyright Office. And 2, a registration certificate has either been issued or has not been refused. So in other words, it sounds like you didn't properly copyright the information that you're saying is copywritten before you said there was copyright infringement. My lawyers in the chat tell me if I understood that correctly. It sounds like, let me say it again. It sounds like the Copyright Office is saying you did not properly copyright this work before you claimed copyright infringement. Tell me if I'm right in the chat. For my lawyers in the chat, tell me if this sounds right. It goes on to say a deposit copy was not delivered to the Copyright Office before the claim was filed, and the screenshots uploaded with the application are not sufficient identifying material to constitute a deposit copy for a live stream video. Thus, this claim remains unsuitable for the board to determine. The request for reconsideration is denied, and this claim is dismissed without prejudice for unsuitability. And then they put the case law there. Dismissal without prejudice means that this claim may be raised again if a complete application to register the copyright, including the deposit, is submitted before the claim is filed again. And then it says there's a hyperlink that says more information on registration is available at the copyright. And then they give you the hyperlinks to find that information. So you have to pay and you have to copyright. Okay, my lawyer in the chat says she had no protection. Ma'am, you did this. It wasn't good enough that YouTube gave you a determinant, because at first she needs to register before she can claim infringement. Right, that's what I thought. Okay, I just want to make sure I understood that correctly. So it wasn't bad enough that you filed through YouTube, you flagged her video through YouTube, and YouTube did take the video down, but then once they reviewed, T.S. Msdison appealed it, and once they reviewed the appeal, they found that they reversed their decision, and T.S. Msdison could put her video back up, right? So that wasn't good enough for you. You went to the Copyright Office, which I didn't even know you could do all of that. I mean, I guess I knew you could, but I never thought about it. You went to the Copyright Office, and the Copyright Office said, ma'am, you putting the horse before the cart. You putting the cart before the horse. You putting the cart before the horse. You can't file copyright infringement on something that you haven't. See, people think, listen, let me tell y'all something. And I'm on YouTube, and I'm a YouTube creator. People think just because you have a domain, and I might not even be using the right word, people think that just because you have a YouTube page and you put something on your YouTube page that automatically means it's copywritten. It doesn't. It doesn't. Thank you, KDK, for gifting. Okay, wait a minute now. Hold on, let me see something. Thank you for gifting the What happened, Ravine? Somebody saying congratulations to Ravine. Thank you for the gifted membership, KDK. Now, StreamYard said I should be able to see now who got a gifted membership, but I still don't see it. I still don't see it. All right, tell me who got the membership, because I still don't see it. Right. Google owns your content, and I don't understand why people don't understand that. I was listening to some people the other day complaining about how Hulu, they're going to sue Hulu because Hulu used their content in the Nature Boy documentary. Oh, her son graduated. Yes. Congratulations, Ravine. Yes. They said that they were like, I'm going to sue Hulu because they used my YouTube stuff that I did on Nature Boy, and they didn't ask for my permission. And I'm listening to the video, and I'm like, they don't even understand that YouTube gave them permission to use it. I mean, when people reach out, they reach out of a courtesy. I don't think they necessarily have to. Just like in that Mary, the documentary about Mary, y'all know what I'm talking about, on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Remember how they used Kempire stuff and some other people's stuff, and they were like, they didn't reach out to us. They didn't ask us if it was okay. Like, that's not how this works. Cosby, Lord, thank you. Y'all know I had Listen, y'all know got that brain fog, honey. Really be my son graduated today with a bachelor in psychology. Congratulations. I met her son. Her son is a very sweet young man, y'all. He's a very sweet young man. Congratulations to him. You tell him I said congratulations. All right. Drew Sidor's friend Black. Baby, they said that Black is running around town not paying bills, and they say he got multiple lawsuits. People saying he owed them some money. So Black need to spend less time worrying about what K. Michelle is saying about him and more time worried about these lawsuits that allegedly people suing and not giving him his money. Child. They say that man owe money, child. Not him and Drew got a lot in common. Quake. We got something in common. Hey. Now, I ain't mean to be here this long because we ain't even talked about K. Michelle yet. Let me get the two more things out the way, and then because I told you I ain't ate dinner yet or nothing. So I got two more quick things I want to say, and I feel like we need to have a deeper conversation about some of this. Now, y'all know I have stopped watching. Shannon Sharp. Now I do catch the clips. I've been loving Chad Ochocinco on these jokes that he tells. I've been catching some of the clips. I'm not gonna lie. But I told you, I don't watch Shannon Sharp anymore. I never went back after all of the allegations and the things of that nature. But I want to share something. I want to share something that I saw. I want y'all to look at this clip. Now, this is Kevin Gates that did an interview with Shannon Sharp. I want y'all to hear what he had to say.
You proud of that? I am. The fuck? See, Gail, you touch your kid, you supposed to die. Straight up. You rape a woman, you supposed to die. Straight up. Gail, but that's not your purpose. That's not your cool. I thought we was gonna let him handle that. Who? Boy, God ain't put me here to be. God give me the strength to make sure this nigga, man, I'm gonna stand over and give him everything I got. God, please let him be stretched. Because sometimes you give him everything you got, and they, God don't take his hand off him. But if God take his hand off him, his feet going up in the air. His feet going up in the air. That's how that's supposed to go. You get relief from that? You feel you... What? If somebody molests my daughter, you're going to die. Or I'm going to die trying. But I'm very resourceful. Unfortunately. I don't care if you say it like you proud of it.
Oh, this came out a few months ago. See, I told you I don't watch him. So I just saw the clip the other day. Here's my issue. And I was reading the comments. When I first saw this clip, I just saw this clip maybe 2 days ago. I thought it was very interesting. Shannon Sharp's response was very interesting to me. Because it was almost as if... Now, Shannon Sharp has a daughter. I think he has two, but I know he's got at least one. Most fathers of a girl, I feel like, would have just agreed. Not necessarily saying that murder is okay, but it was almost like he was trying to tell that man he was wrong for feeling that way. And most fathers would be like, hell yeah. Now, would they really do it in real life? I don't know. Do I think Kevin Gates? Yes. But I mean, every other father, maybe not. But it just seems like his response was very interesting to me. And it took me right back to the situation with him and the woman and how young she was and all of those things. It's like as soon as I was like, because I just feel like his response should have been like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. He gonna say that's not your purpose. What you mean? Right. You know what, Universal Goddess? I think you're right. He doesn't have to condone it. But I felt like I don't know. It was just, and the comments in the chat were saying a lot of the same thing. These men don't respect females. Why are y'all shocked? Well, because as a father of a woman, like I understand he may not, because a lot of times people can disassociate, right? People can disassociate from my daughter who's a woman versus this woman that I'm dating. A lot. So when he said my daughter, I was waiting for Shannon Sharp to be like, oh, well, yeah, my daughter, you know? And I'm not saying he has to be okay with it either. Like, because, you know, murder is murder, you know? But I don't know. It was just weird. Now, this other clip came from Shannon Sharp as well. And I'm interested in y'all's opinion on this.
I don't care if you...
I'm interested in y'all's... Now, I'm going to show y'all this clip. And I want y'all opinion on this clip. Now, this...
Because most women I've dated was straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You flip it?
I mean, I wouldn't say flip. See, that, a lot of people get that misconstrued.
Okay, help me out.
Women that I end up dating don't mean they just gay now.
Right.
No, they still like men. They just attracted to me.
Okay.
And that's it. And after me, they move back on to men.
Damn.
That's it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people get that misconstrued.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, like, but that's how I know, because the eyes. I gotta see it in your eyes if you're attracted to me.
But it's not a thing where, do you know before you actually say anything?
The eyes.
Yeah. So it's not a situation
I gotta look at you and I look at
they
you.
need to be gay or they need to be straight or X, Y,
I don't. I prefer straight.
Why you? Whoa! But you say you weren't going for that. You just said you weren't trying to flip nobody.
I'm not flipping them.
You flip them if they straight. Hold on.
So this is what I'm gonna say, y'all. That's for those who don't know, that's Young and May, the rapper Young and May. As somebody that does not identify outside of I'm gonna leave the misconstrued over there. I'm not even dealing with the misconstrued. I'm gonna leave that over there. I'm not even talking. I'm not doing that. Okay. I am done trying to understand. I am done debating. I'm done. Like, I'm going to say the same thing about this that I said about E.J. Johnson, that I said about T.S. Madison, that I said about everybody else. If you are in the Libidiqua community and you feel like you date somebody that's straight, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to change your mind. In my opinion, and this is just me, because I don't desire to have sex with a woman. I can look at a woman and think she's sexy as hell. I can look at a woman and be like, oh, she's sexy as hell, and not want to have sex with her. Just like I told y'all, I'm not attracted to white men. I can look at some white man and be like, oh, he's sexy as hell, but I don't want to have sex with him. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like, me personally, if you have sex with someone of the same sex, at the very least, I feel like that makes you bisexual. I think that makes you bisexual. But I'm not in the community, and I'm not going to tell these people. When E.J. Johnson say he like to date straight men, I'm like, you not dating a straight man. You dating a bisexual man. And maybe he never thought he was attracted to men until he met you. But the fact that he is willing to have sex with you tells me that he bisexual. That's my opinion. I feel the same way. And y'all know I love me some T.S. Madison, but I feel the same way about T.S. Madison. I feel the same way about Young and May. You are not dating a straight woman. You are dating a bisexual woman. My cousin is gay, or she bisexual. And at one point in her life, she said to me, she don't think she would ever go back to men. And she said that to me. She said, I ain't never going back to men. And she got a whole child. She been engaged to a man, all kinds of stuff. She's dated men, but she said, I'm good. I'll never want to date another man. I'm good on men. That's what she told me. She told me she was good on men. Okay? Now that's what she told me. Now, about 3-4 years ago, she said that if she ever broke up with her girlfriend, she was going to find her a man. Now, that's what she told me. You know why? Because she bisexual. That doesn't mean she's straight just because she went back to a man. That means she bisexual. And why is that not okay? Why we can't just say these people are bisexual? They not straight? I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Now, again, I'm not in the community, so I can't tell these people who they dating. I'm going to tell you what my opinion is on this side. I think Young and May is sexy. I think she's sexy as hell. I don't want to have sex with her. I think Ty Young is sexy as fuck. I don't want to have sex with her. I'm just saying. That makes you fluid. Some straight men just get off with gay men because it's easier and cheaper. But that doesn't... See, that's the part I'm not with. They're not straight, in my opinion. They bisexual. Do you understand? And I know it might be hard for people who are gay or lesbian to understand because that's how they were born, right? But do you understand as a straight woman? Oh yeah, Tiana Taylor's sexy as fuck, but I don't want to have sex with her. As a straight woman, the thought of a woman touching me in a sexual way makes me sick. I don't want it. I don't think it's wrong for other people. I'm not one of those people that think it's wrong for other people. Baby, get off. Enjoy yourself. Get off the way you get off. But I am not. I don't even want to tongue kiss a woman. I don't want to do it. I don't want it. So I think that's the part that we as straight people are trying to get the LGBTQ community to understand. The thought. So for me, if a man is okay with having sex with another man, they bisexual. Sex is an act. Sexuality is an emotion. The act of having sex with somebody of the same sex makes me bisexual. I don't understand that, Chuck. I hear what you're saying, but that don't make sense to me. When you say sex is an act, yeah, sex is an act. But when I have sex with another woman and I like to have sex with men, that makes me bisexual. Bye. 2. That's what it means. Bye. And I don't understand why that's such a bad thing. Like, why do people not want? Why do people act like bisexuality is so bad? Like, what's the problem? What's the problem with I'm bisexual? I don't understand. I don't understand it. But anyway, that's just my opinion because T.S. Madison posted it, and maybe it's a deeper conversation. Maybe I need to drop the link one day and we need to have a deeper conversation because I don't understand it. But that's just me. Moving right along. That wasn't even on my list of things to talk about. Let's talk about K. Michelle so we can get the hell on out of here. Let me make sure I covered everything I wanted to cover today, child. Let's go on and get into this K. Michelle situation. All right, I think I covered it. If I ain't covered, I'll catch it tomorrow. Now, I woke up this morning. We had a whole conversation about K. Michelle yesterday. And I woke up to a couple of things. So this morning, K. Michelle posted the following down to the Twitter. She said, good night. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go on. It says, K. Michelle said, my husband is with all the smoke. He witnessed all of it every moment. We be over here laughing. And then she said, good night. I have to get my beauty rest. This little tussle has made me want to retire with a cold glass of moonshine for the night. My job here is done for now. Maybe tomorrow. So let me let y'all in on what happened. So after yesterday, when that guy, Nosh, when Millie Chan, the video we watched yesterday, I'm not flipping them. That's her response. Hold on. That's her response. And let me let y'all hear, child. So K. Michelle posted part of an audio conversation that she had with Nosh, right? So I'm gonna let y'all hear what the audio. Now remember what, and I'm gonna let y'all hear some of what Nosh said in the interview because the interview finally dropped. So let me let y'all hear this first.
You're gonna be mad at me for 5 years, and I didn't even tell everything. I didn't even do that.
You don't need to tell nothing.
You're gonna be mad at me for 5 years. You're gonna be mad at me for 5 years, and I didn't even tell everything. I didn't even do that.
You don't need to tell nothing.
So she dropped this little snippet, and the internet went wild. And I think there's another snippet of where he acknowledges that he was calling to tell her, hey, I knew Portia. And she dropped that, in my opinion, as if to say she was vindicated, right? Hey girl. K. Michelle. Hey girl. That man never said he didn't call you. That man never said he didn't call you to tell you that he slept with Portia. What he said was you misconstrued. That's the word of the day. You misconstrued the conversation. If we go back, because they dropped the screenshot, what he said to Millie Chan was he was shocked that you called him an ex because y'all weren't exes. And then this is what he said. She said, Millie Chan asked him, did you tell Kay that Portia wanted to go public? And Portia said, why do I always end up talking to somebody's ex? Because that's what she said. His response was, again, Delulu, that's not how that went. She ran with the story in her head. He never said he didn't call you, girl. Now, she said she got 26 minutes of a call and she'll drop all of it. Girl, go on and drop it. Don't threaten me with a good time. K. Michelle, if you have this man on tape saying all the things that you said he said down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Can you please just drop it? Can you drop it, please? Because the man never said he didn't call you. The man said he called you. He said he called you. So I'm not understanding what this little clip was supposed to prove. Was it supposed to prove that you talked to him on the phone? He said you talked to him. He never denied that. Hold on, let me let you. I think this is it right here. Hold on. Let's go on over to the Jasmine brand. I think the Jasmine brand have what I'm looking for. Jasmine brand always gets me right. That's usually where I start, is the Jasmine brand. Jasmine brand always gets me together. Lord, now I gotta find it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not on the right thing. I'm on the wrong Jasmine brand page. Here we go. I was on the wrong page, y'all. Oh, I can't never. What is wrong with me late? Oh, here it is. I'm about to say.
So Portia did not approach me about the show, but K. Michelle did.
What did they say?
So a night before they started filming, she reached out to me and said, "Hey, we're starting to film tomorrow. I'm gonna be introduced as Portia's friend and the whole 9 yards." So in my head, I'm thinking, "Oh, is she trying to wind me to give her some type of information or whatever?"
Right.
But I didn't say anything. As at then, I didn't see any need, to indicate that, okay, I'm friends with Portia or whatever. So we had a conversation over 2 hours that night.
Okay.
It was pretty late at night. Yeah.
Okay. Are you aware if you were being recorded or not?
I wouldn't know.
Would you be okay with being that conversation?
No, without my consent. At
Okay,
least you
all
should let somebody know before you start recording that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think about it, because we don't have no beef. Our friendship is, if you hear us talk, right, you would think it's pure, because she's like, "Oh, friend, hey, I'm gonna go on that show. I'm excited about it. The whole night." So a lot of things was discussed that I would rather not, talk about. And after that, they started filming, and K. Michelle called me again. I remember vividly. I was in Houston.
Was this while they were recording? Or?
Yes, while they were recording.
So they had started. So this must be the question where someone said, "Did Nosh tell K. Michelle anything about, or tell Portia or K. Michelle anything about the
I'm pillow talking about?" Yeah.
Were you pillow talking with either one of them?
That was not what happened. So she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I think they plotted." I was like, "What? Plotting? Who's plotting? Like, plotting what?" This was last year, while they were filming. Think about it, because nobody's plotting nothing. What are you talking about? And then she said that, "Just don't give them nothing to have over me." I'm like, "Kid, I don't have nothing to give anybody."
And who would you give it to?
Exactly. I don't know. Listen, I was not part of it. I didn't know nothing about it. But that was just her. Like, "Hey, don't." I'm like, I'm not. That's not my character.
So I wonder if the episode that we saw last week, and you guys help me in the comments, but I wonder, the episode that we saw last week, was that someone called her or had a conversation with her? Was that you having a conversation with her? Was that somebody else?
No, I don't think we had a conversation while the camera was rolling.
Okay.
This was her, because I remember she had mentioned that, and I was like, "No, I ain't got nothing to give nobody." But listen, since you say somebody's plotting on you, I think I'll let you know, since you guys are friends now,
right?
That, listen, Portia is my friend. No, nobody's said that, and that was when I told her that, "Hey, I'm Portia's friend," because she's your friend now, and I just left it at that.
Okay.
And I said, "Please, I do not want this to go on the show.
Okay.
I don't and she gave me her word, like, okay, don't worry, I'm not doing that. I'm not I'm not gonna say nothing. I said, I just want you to know as my friend. I'm telling you so you're not completely in the dark. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's not as if I'm not telling pillow talking or talking about anybody. Right. I just want you to stay in the know since you are already friends now.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And then after a while, she called me again. She said, oh, no, she's going to kill me. I'm like, what happened, Kay? And she said, oh, I said something. But I didn't see the show, so I didn't know what was said.
Well, you didn't know at that time either.
But she said she didn't mention my name.
Was this recently?
No. While they were filming. I already knew all this was coming out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I already knew, said that, and I already knew because by the time the show airs and all of that, then I was like, okay, well, what did you say? Why would you do that?
Right.
And I was so infuriated. And that was the last time I talked to her.
Okay.
Since last year.
So, and I'm not saying just because this man is saying it, that makes it true. We know that, you take it, y'all listen, take the meat, spit out the bone, okay? But this is what it sounds like to me. This man said that K. Michelle reached out to him and said, they plotting on me, friend. Friend, they plotting on me. And he said, girl, ain't nobody plotting on you. What you talking about? What's going on? And K. Michelle told him, and he said that K. Michelle said, I think they're plotting on me. But let's say she didn't say think. So then he said, well, look, let me go on and let you know. Since you think they plotting on you, let me just go ahead and let you know, me and Portia, we friends. And I guess that's code for we fucking. I don't know. But he said, I'm just letting you know that now because now that you and Portia are friends, I just want to let you know, hey, I know Portia too. He said, then the next thing he said, but I don't want this part of no storyline. I don't want to be on the show. Now, mind you, he's done reality TV. He gets it. And then he said she called him back and was like, friend, you're going to be mad at me. And I think that's the phone call, the clip that we heard. I think that's the phone call he's talking about when she called and said, you're going to be mad at me. Because she said, you're going to be mad at me for 5 years because of what? I didn't even say nothing. I think that's the conversation she's talking about. Right? So, unless he said something on that call, because according to him, that phone call came after you already brought her name up. After you already brought his name up on the show and said, well, I talked to my ex and he told me yada, 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 yada. So this phone call sounded like it came after that. So unless that phone call and he on that phone call talking shit about Portia, girl, that don't vindicate nothing. Kay, if you got a receipt, baby, you need to drop it. It's not looking good. It's just not looking good. Kay Michelle, hey girl, if you have a receipt, I need you to drop it. If you got a receipt, I need you to drop it, girl. If that man is on that call talking shit about Portia, I need you listen. You don't have no more. Listen, it ain't looking good for you. We need that information. We need it right here. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock, y'all. We're going to save this phone call from this parent. We're going to say that because that could be a whole nother 30, 40-minute conversation. And I told y'all I haven't eaten yet, and it's almost 9 o'clock. So let me get off of here. But I got it. I got it saved. But we'll talk about this parent conversation because I want y'all to hear, and I want to be able to break it down for y'all, okay? But with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank God tomorrow's Friday. I still got to get my trash together. Tomorrow's trash day. Damn. Maybe I got stuff to do. Let me get off of here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the gifted memberships, you guys. If the link for the hotel, if you are interested in coming to Books and Bourbon and staying at the hotel, the booking link was dropped in the chat earlier. I'll drop it one more time. For those of you that want to come to Books and Bourbon, I know if Okay. I know, Lord have mercy. Child. Here's the link right here. Lord, hold on. Let me go on my email. I gotta get the link again. Lord have mercy. Child. Here's the link. All right, that's the booking link again. And I'm about to get out of here, you guys. I will talk to y'all later. Yes, like the live, and if you're watching this on a replay, hype me up. Hype it up, okay? Please, I didn't even check what the likes were, but if you haven't hit the like button, can you hit it on your way out the door, please? And thank you. Appreciate y'all. Bye.